Hi everyone, I'm your golf course superintendent Ken Kleinadler, and in this week's video update I wanted to do something a little different. We recently gave a presentation to the Greens Committee on exactly how far we've come since Hurricane Ian, and I'd like to share that presentation with you here today. You'll see exactly the challenges the golf course maintenance was faced with, how we persevered as a team through those challenges, where we are today on the work on the golf course, and all the exciting things that are to come as we return to normal here at Colliers Reserve. We're looking forward to a great season. We're so happy to see you out there enjoying the golf course, and we hope that you enjoy this presentation. Thank you. The Greens Committee meeting presentation you're about to see took place on Monday, October 31st, and has since been updated due to the progress we have made out on the golf course. Hope you enjoy. This golf maintenance report consists of 3 segments: a look back at Hurricane Ian, post-Hurricane Ian damage to the golf course, and the progress that we've made following that storm and the future objectives that we have to continue to be successful out on the golf course. So a quick look back here at Hurricane Ian. It brought 155 mile-per-hour gusts. We estimate, based on our rain gauges, 16 to 20 inches of rain and over 10 feet of storm surge. Now, when we returned to golf maintenance, we had no power in our shop for over 2 weeks. We were limited on water, fuel, cell service, and we were dealing with salt inundated soil, which was damaging our turf, bunker contamination, irrigation corrosion from salt water, and bridge damage on hole number 17, along with tree damage and debris throughout the golf course. Here's a look at just some of the damage we had out on the course. That's hole number 18 to the right. You can see the salt damage and the debris. Hole number 9 green in the upper left-hand corner, and fairways throughout the golf course. This is from number 9 in the lower left-hand corner. That saltwater damage, especially on greens, was at an extreme level, and we had to address it immediately in order to save that turf and save those areas of the golf course. As you can see here, we also received extensive irrigation damage on the course. The far left, we had an electrical fire due to the saltwater inundation into the satellite box. We're pulling out multiple components from these controllers every week, and we continue to be without effective communication on much of the back 9. And you might experience some wet areas or some dry areas out there until we get those boxes replaced. Also, we received a surge of power in our north pump station, blowing a motor, and kept us limited on our watering capabilities for a few weeks until that motor was replaced. Bunker damage, as we know, was quite extensive throughout the golf course, with debris, silt, dirt, water, and even fish being found in many of these bunkers. And also, the bridge on hole number 17 was taken off its pilings near the exit going onto hole number 18, and tree work, of course, throughout the golf course needed to be addressed. So all this being said, what is our process, or what was our process in getting the course back to normal? Well, I love the quote that says there's no secret to success, there's a system to success. We took a step back, we looked at what we had at our fingertips, and we implemented our plan accordingly. Luckily, we received power in our south pump station, which allowed us to run water just a day after the storm. And we had anticipated this possibly being an issue and had many of these products on hand to begin the process of diluting the salt. That was the number 1 priority, was let's dilute and remove the salt and balance the pH, and let's start on greens and move our way to tees, fairways, and roughs. This is a combination program of gypsum, which binds to salts, which then we can flush through the soil, and an organic fertility program as our base to recovering, since organic fertilizers are very low in salts. Now we continue with our soil testing and we make adjustments accordingly. You can see in the photo on the right The top left is where we began the day after the storm on hole number 9 green, and the bottom right is 1 week later after we implemented our plan. This same agronomic program is being taken across the golf course, and as we do in golf maintenance, we have a plan ahead on what we're going to do to continue to be successful, to continue to heal the turf and remove the salts in the soils. This is our plan for the next few months. You can see a combination of organic fertilizer in the green, our gypsum salt amendment in the blue, and our balanced fertilizer in the yellow. Now we will continue with this program. We will monitor things on a monthly, weekly, and even a daily basis around the weather, around tournaments, to make this possible and continue to be successful in this growing program. Regarding the irrigation, we immediately ordered 34 new irrigation controllers for the entire golf course. Getting your hands on parts has been extremely difficult, and this includes refurbished parts due to a global shortage that stems back from COVID. However, we have a great relationship with Toro, the manufacturer of these components, and they have rushed the boxes here. I'm happy to report that 31 are on site. However, we are waiting on the 34 faceplates, one of the components of the boxes that is necessary to begin our installation process. Those should come in the next 2 weeks. We are talking to our insurance adjusters for coverage, as Leibold Irrigation, our irrigation contractor who did the work back in 2011, is recommending that we replace all controllers due to the saltwater corrosion. However, at this point, 19 are needed to be replaced and 15 could possibly be replaced with refurbished parts. However, the corrosion continues and this is up in the air. We will keep you updated as this progresses. Another victory for us has been the bunker restoration, as TDI, our golf course contractor, returned on site 2.5 weeks ago, and we have since completed the entire back 9 and 5 through 9 with bunker replacements. This included checking the drainage, removing and replacing all the sand, compacting, and coming up next is going to be the new waste area sand throughout the course, once we're finished with replacing the bunker sand. Bridge contractor MGR was very responsive, and they stayed ahead of schedule to repair our bridge on hole number 17. And Bartlett Tree Company, who was our tree company during Hurricane Irma, quickly responded as well with additional staff to get us back on track as quickly as possible. All of those relationships with our contractors is why we were able to get things back so quickly. We're so fortunate that we have the support. We support them, they support us in these times, and it's great to see. Now we're excited. We've got another great week ahead here on the golf course. We've just installed all of our flowers at the clubhouse in the practice area. We've gone through the back 9 and completed a few holes of palmetto trimming. And also we are in the middle of applying the pine straw and mulch out on the golf course, which we know is a beautiful aesthetic, but also as part of our Audubon program is a protectant from weeds during our golfing season. We'll also continue with our fertility program, as I mentioned, and we are very excited for the months ahead. Well, I hope you enjoyed that glimpse into golf maintenance, Hurricane Ian, and our recovery efforts. I just want to thank the membership for all of their support throughout this process as we return to normal. I want to thank our general manager, Nick Von Hoffen, for all of his leadership during this entire situation. Without Nick's leadership, we wouldn't be where we are today. And also thank you to all the departments who pitched in the day after this storm out on the golf course to get us back to where we are today. Of course, our vendors, as I mentioned, and lastly, the golf maintenance team. It was a tough few weeks for the team, but we persevered, we pushed through it together, and we got to where we are today. We're so excited for the future. We hope that you're enjoying the golf course out there, and it's only going to get better from here. Thank you again so much for your support. I hope you've enjoyed this update, and we will see you out there on the golf course.